Good morning, Mr. Tux.
Good morning. It is 5:12 on Thursday morning, and it's the 10th of July. I'm tired. There was another thunderstorm last night that woke me up, but here we are, taking on a new day. So let's see. What do I want to do this morning? I think I'm going to continue reading the book here that I have. I didn't finish it, the chapter last night. I was too tired. So I'm going to finish reading the chapter, and then it'll probably be, I don't know, 5:30. So I'll do this for 15 minutes, and then let's see. Then I need to just get back into brainstorming because I really want to start drafting this story. I'm getting really excited, but I'm like, I know I need to just do a quick brain dump for the last 2 acts, and then at least I'll know kind of where I'm going, right? So yeah, let's read. Hey guys, oh man, I am exhausted. I just did, you can kind of see the sweat, 3.2 miles on the treadmill. It is hot. I need to recharge my mini fan that is on the treadmill, and so the built-in one doesn't do anything. It's like, for one, doesn't even blow on my face. Maybe I'm too short or what, but whew. Now I'm gonna go let Tux outside before I shower, because it's like, if I go shower and then go outside, then I'll just kind of get gross again. It's kind of humid outside, but I did it. Time check, 6:45. So finished dinner, and then I started watching Heart Breathings. She released her mid-year planner lineup, so I started watching that. It's like an hour and like 10 minutes or something like that. I got like 50 minutes in. I was like, okay, I need to start like doing other things. So I got, I forgot to put this cover, is for my keyboard here, which I'll show you, it is a mechanical keyboard. And I love it. It is a 10 keyless, so it doesn't have like the number pad, so it's, I don't know, 87, 75, something like that keys. And they are right now blue switches, so they are tactile and clicky instead of like at work I have red linears that are supposed to be silent, but you can still hear them, but they're a lot less. But I turned it off because I will be removing to put in new switches. These new switches they are linear as well, and when I was looking at like the force that it takes, these are like lower, so you have to put less force, which means you might like accidentally hit them and it will put the letter, but I think that's fine because it makes, in theory, you could, oops, I knew that was going to happen, write faster. So I've actually never switched the keys. I don't know how this came with it. I don't know, but here is what a key switch is. And I only came with 35 of them. And so what you do is you take off the keycap, and I'll show this on video. And then you also, which I feel like this doesn't quite grab them. So I don't think I could actually pull out the actual switch, which I do have another little grabber thing at work with that mechanical keyboard. So I think I'll just have to wait to pull those off, which is a bummer. But I wanted to show what the sound difference is. So since I actually don't have like the grabber tool, we will just listen carefully. They have almost no sound, which is a good thing because my husband hates the clicking and I love it. It is, I don't know, so satisfying because like when you're typing, I just love it. So I'll hopefully grab these the little grabber thing at work tomorrow so that I can put these keys. But since it only comes to 35, I will do the full alphabet, and then I'll probably do potentially like the space barred, like period, colon, maybe something else depending on what I think I use the most that I'd want to be like the least amount of noise. But that is what I got for Prime Day, and it came already, so that's exciting. It's supposed to come, I think, tomorrow, but it came today, so yeah. I'm excited to get my, start typing on that, which is perfect because we are going to be drafting really soon. So that is something, okay, I'm going to probably want to do like a little test run is do one of those little challenges on how fast you could write and do it with this keyboard with these tactile switches. And then when I switch it over, do the same thing and see as if I'm faster, the same, whatever it may be. But I have to do an average, so I have to do at least, 2 or 3 times just to actually give it fair because sometimes like your mind's not like connecting when you're typing. And so I feel like that's wouldn't be fair. But yeah, exciting. So I was able to get this space bar one, and bad news, these are 3-pin and these are 5-pin. So these switches will not work with this keyboard, but I checked and I think the one at my work is a 3-5, so it can go with both. So I could bring these ones to work, and then I could bring my more silent ones and put them here. So I think it'll still work out, but kind of bummed out because I was all excited with these switches, but it is what it is. I am back at it, looking over where I left off. Then we got looking over at my board here. And yeah, got those 4 sequences left to do. I finished plotting out all my acts. Now I need to go ahead and put them on my sticky notes so I could fill out my board. And I got lots of notes. That was a lot. I think there is some good things, some things to think about, especially when it comes to like the, what's it called? The deepening doubt. So it's like the reason why they're like, no, this is not going to work. I have some ideas, but haven't quite solidified them, but that is okay because as the story progresses, then I'll know exactly what makes sense for the characters. But yeah, I feel like this story is good. And I wrote this down, is like a big old reminder, and I think I want to actually like put it in like yellow, is this totally reminds me in like not quite the same sense, but very, very close, is the movie, what is it? I think it's called like, it has Katherine Heigl and Josh Duhamel, I think, and
I want to say it's like life happens or something along those lines. Let me look. Life as we know it. Life happens, life as we know it. Close enough. I should write that probably down. Just because, right, is, you know, two people that don't have kids, then they have our joint caregiver for their friend's daughter, and like it's right their journey to figure out how to be parents, and then obviously then they grow like connected. And I totally need to watch this, so I gotta see what's it on and how to watch it, because hopefully it could give me some ideas for like the fun and games section of this story, which is always right. It's the middle, and it is the part that I struggle with the most, because it's more, I'd say it's like the filler section. It's the montage of the movie, right? Like you can see the clips happening. So some people like it, some people don't for writing it. I'm like, I like the beginnings, and then I feel like I like the ends. I don't like the middle, but yes. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I need to go watch that. Give me some inspiration. But okay, let's make some note cards and pop these on my wall. Okay, I got everything. So right, I got conflict, and at least every act, which is good. I got romance happening in every act and every sequence except this one, which makes sense because this is where they are not together in sequence 7. I got character arc for both male and female, so that is green and purple in every sequence besides, I guess, the end. I guess I put it in pink, so I guess technically I'm like, this kind of bridges it, but they do change. Yeah. So that is done. It took me about an hour. So we're like 8:07. I think I really like this story. I'm trying to think of what the last one was. Oh, right. The last one was a pop star, so a singer and her bodyguard. And then the one before that was the caregiver and the neighbor. So now this one is second chance with a caregiving for a baby. So I like it. I think this is good. Now I gotta actually start the outlining for it, which is going to be my plan for tomorrow, is to get maybe the first 2 sequences, which would be all of Act 1 outlined, which means going into details of what actually will happen, and then breaking those also into what actually the scenes are, so the scene outcome, and the dilemma, all of that. I know, guys, that's the hard part, is I wish there was like one way to write, because everyone has their own technique of like, this is how they set up scenes, and they have their like acronym and stuff like that. This one person does it one way, then this person does it the other way. and you're like, well, how should I do it? Because this person does it this way, this one does it this way. It's the same thing with like the beat sheets or the plot points. I'm like, why is there so many different terminology for the exact same thing? It's very confusing, guys. It's very confusing. Let me know down in the comments if you're a writer and you get confused by all the terms when you're like, they mean the same thing. That could just be a me thing too. If we're being honest. But yeah, so I think today was a good day. I didn't actually do anything in the morning. I can't remember of when I actually checked in. That I know I said I was going to, but then my husband called in the morning. He's overseas right now, so it's my morning here. It was his night, so he called me, and so chatted instead of doing my book. And so now I finished, so I guess it worked out. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. Might just go watch some YouTube. I might be able to finish that video that I was watching, or I was actually thinking of rewatching Bethany Atazada's like her butter book series, because that is something that I kind of want to try to add. I know people talk about adding butter to like your scenes, and I know someone else did a video similar to that. Mandy Lynn. So that is maybe something I'll go and watch to kind of just see their tactics of how they added, right, the butter, which is like the elements people really like devour, they get hooked on, right, universal fantasy, which I personally don't like that term, universal fantasy. I feel like I heard like universal sprinkles or something like that as another. So like you have butter, universal. I think I like butter better than universal fantasy. But yeah. Okay. Well, see you next day, which will be tomorrow, but I hope you guys are having a good one. Stay cool, because I know it's hot, summertime. But until then, bye.